Here's what we're doing today. We're going through 12 Louisiana towns that got completely wiped off the map, and I'm going to show you exactly why each one disappeared. Some were swallowed by floodwater. Some got hit by hurricanes so bad the communities just never came back. And at least one was literally purchased and erased by a corporation. No drama, no fluff, just the real story behind each town, why it died, and what, if anything, is left. Spoiler, for most of them, the answer is nothing. Let's get into it. Before we move on, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel and like the video. Number 1, Cheniere Caminada. Picture this. A tiny fishing village on a strip of land so narrow it basically qualifies as a sandbar. South of Grand Isle, Louisiana. In 1893, about 1,500 people lived there. Fishermen, families, kids running around. A real working, breathing community. Then the hurricane hit. And I don't mean a little board up your windows situation. I mean a full monster storm that shoved a wall of water straight over that skinny strip of land with almost zero warning. Over 800 people died in a single night. More than half the population. Gone. Survivors floated on debris for hours. Bodies were found tangled in marsh grass weeks later. The land itself got scraped nearly clean. Number 2, Ruddock. So here's something that'll mess with your head a little. If you're driving down I-55 toward New Orleans, you will literally see an exit sign for Ruddock. The sign is real. The exit is real. The town? Gone. Completely gone. Ruddock was a working lumber and railroad town in St. John the Baptist Parish. It had a reason to exist as long as the trains kept running and the timber kept coming. When both of those dried up, the town hollowed out fast. Then the 1915 hurricane showed up and finished the job. But here's what nobody tells you. The state never pulled the name off the map. The exit sign just stayed up. So right now, today, thousands of people are driving past a swamp with a sign on it and thinking it's a town. Number 3, Frenier. Frenier was a cabbage farming town on the western shore of Lake Pontchartrain. Yeah, cabbage. About as quiet and low-key as a town can get. And then October 1915 showed up. The same hurricane that wrecked Ruddock hit Frenier even harder. The storm surge came in so fast that people barely had time to move. Some tried to climb trees. Some made it. Most didn't. But here's what nobody tells you. The hurricane didn't just kill people. It salted the farmland, made it completely useless for growing anything. Then it destroyed the railroad spur connecting the town to the outside world. There was literally nothing left to come back to. There's a legend about a local healer named Julia Brown who supposedly predicted the whole thing, died in the storm, and now haunts the old cemetery, which, by the way, is still there. Overgrown, sitting in the middle of nowhere with no town around it anymore. Number 4, Isle de Jean Charles. This one's different. Isle de Jean Charles isn't fully gone yet, but it's going, and everybody who lives there knows it. The island is home to a Biloxi Chitimacha Choctaw community that has been there for generations. In 1955, the island was about 22,000 acres. Today, it's down to 320. Let that sink in. The roads flood so regularly that leaving sometimes isn't a choice. It's just impossible. Louisiana got a $48 million federal grant to relocate the remaining residents, making this one of the first official climate relocation projects in U.S. history. Sounds like good news. But the process has been slow and painful for a community that's losing burial grounds, fishing spots, and a whole way of life that you can't just pack into a moving truck. Number 5, East Krotz Springs. So this one used to be called Latania, small lumber town in Point Coupé Parish, sitting right in the Atchafalaya floodplain. People farmed there, worked there, built whole lives there. Then the Army Corps of Engineers showed up with the Morganza Spillway in the 1950s. The spillway was designed to protect Baton Rouge and New Orleans by dumping excess floodwater into the Atchafalaya Basin. Sounds great, unless your town is in the Atchafalaya Basin. But here's what nobody tells you. The spillway doesn't even get mentioned in the same sentence as East Krotz Springs. The spillway gets called infrastructure. The town just gets called gone. When the spillway opened in 2011, the water went exactly where it was designed to go, right through what used to be somebody's home. Number 6, Atchafalaya. There was an actual town called Atchafalaya. Not the river, not the basin. A real town in St. Martin Parish where people lived and worked and built something. But here's the thing about building next to the Atchafalaya River. You don't own that land. You're borrowing it. The river shifts, the channels move, the water goes where it wants. And when it decided it wanted the land under that town, there was no negotiating with it. Scientists have been studying the Atchafalaya Basin for decades. It's one of the most researched flood systems in the world. But the individual towns that got swallowed? They show up in old maps and then just stop appearing. No report, no record, just gone. Number 7, Burwood. Burwood wasn't really a town in the normal sense. The Army Corps of Engineers built it at the very tip of the Mississippi Delta, like the absolute end of the road, to house the workers maintaining the river jetties. At its peak, about 1,000 people lived there. School, post office, the whole thing. But here's the catch. The second the government decided those workers didn't need to live on site anymore, Burwood was done. No debate, no vote. Just gone. And the land is sinking, fast. Today, you can only reach it by boat, and what you'll find is a bunch of half-standing buildings rotting into the marsh. Nobody chose to leave. The government just stopped needing them there. Number 8, La Belize. La Belize goes all the way back to the early 1700s. French settlers built it right at the mouth of the Mississippi. A fort, a pilot station, a tiny settlement. It was literally the first thing you saw when you sailed into Louisiana. The whole colony started here. But here's the catch. The Mississippi River does not care about your colonial ambitions. The river shifts. The delta moves. Land that was solid ground in 1720 is underwater by 1800. And La Belize was already a miserable place to live before the water won. Constantly wet, mosquitoes everywhere, getting hammered by storms every few years. By the 1860s, it was completely gone. The French learned the hard way that the river makes the rules. Every town on this list that got swallowed by water got swallowed by the same lesson. Number 9, Morrisonville. Okay, this is the one that got me. Morrisonville was a real community in Iberville Parish, founded by freed slaves after the Civil War. Churches, homes, a cemetery, generations of families. 100 years of people building something together. Then Dow Chemical's vinyl chloride plant next door started making people sick. And here's what nobody tells you. Dow's solution wasn't to clean anything up. It was to just buy the whole town, house by house, property by property, until everyone was gone. Then they bulldozed it. The residents got checks, but they got scattered too. Split up from neighbors and family networks built over generations. The community didn't relocate. It dissolved. Number 10, Sherburne. So if you've ever been to the Sherburne Wildlife Management Area in the Atchafalaya Basin, you know it's gorgeous. Cypress swamps, massive hardwood trees, wildlife everywhere. People hunt and fish there every single weekend. But here's what nobody tells you. That land used to be somebody's home. Sherburne started as a logging town in the 1880s. When the timber ran out and the Army Corps started building out their flood control system, the community got absorbed right into the federal footprint. Gone. Number 11, Elliott City. Point Coupe Parish has at least 9 documented ghost towns. 9. That's not bad luck. That's geography as a death sentence. Elliott City got hit by levee breaks in 1912 and 1913. Brutal floods that basically gutted the whole community. But here's what nobody tells you. People actually came back. They tried to rebuild. And then the federal government drew the Morganza Spillways operational zone on a map, and Elliott City was inside it. You can't argue with that. You just leave. The town was officially abandoned in 1939. Number 12, Bayou Chene. Bayou Chene was deep in the Atchafalaya Basin. No roads in, no roads out. Boat access only. Church, school, general store, post office. Fishermen and trappers who had figured out how to actually live out there. A real town, just surrounded by water on all sides. Then the Great Mississippi Flood of 1927 hit. And when it was done, Bayou Chene wasn't just flooded, it was buried. 12 feet of silt. The water receded and left the whole town underneath the ground. It's literally underground right now. Sitting in the middle of a swamp. That's as gone gets. So here's what 12 Towns tells you. Louisiana didn't lose these communities to bad luck. It lost them to a pattern. Corporations that wanted the land, infrastructure projects that needed the space, and a river system that was never going to play nice with human settlement plans. The people who lived in these places didn't fail. They just got caught in the crossfire of something way bigger than them.